What's good? What's good? How everybody doing? It's Monday morning quarterback with your host, Zell May himself, in the building today. We got a lot to talk about. National championship game, more things to talk about today. And we're going to break down this national championship game first. We're going to talk a little bit about AB. And then we're going to break down the SuperWildcard weekend. Then we're going to talk about Klay Thompson returning and much more. Hope y'all are ready for the show today. I am happy to be here again. We got a lot to talk about. I hope y'all have a good time. I hope the vibes making you good on this Monday morning. I'm trying to give you a good morning, you know what I mean? So hope you really enjoy the show, enjoy the day, chat in the comments, do everything, talk in the comments, like and subscribe. Merch link and stuff are in the bio. You can see all the new things up here. We got the talk show, we got everything here. So I'm excited for the day. I really am. I'm excited to see where everything goes. You know what I mean? So we got a lot to talk about in this college football this year, so I want y'all to get ready for me. Enjoy the vibes of the day's Monday morning. I know a lot of y'all got to work today. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all got to work, and y'all want to hear a little bit about football. A lot of good football this week. We got 7 days of good football. I'm excited about everything. Hope everybody good again. Hope the vibes are good. Okay. Hope everything good today. Of course, we're gonna talk a little bit of college football. We're gonna talk a little bit of college football. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it real quick. You know what I mean? Let's get into a little college football. You see, got a little college football. We're out there. We see Georgia, Alabama playing today. You see, that's the game of the week right here. The Alabama and Georgia game. Yeah, that's what we're playing today. We don't want. But let's talk about the Alabama Georgia game. Let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about how the game is gonna go, how we feel like it's gonna do. I got a few stats here. The stat of the game, we got the Georgia Alabama betting line from. We got the Georgia Alabama betting line. This is the stat of the game. Apparently Alabama seems to be the underdog, which is actually shocking to me because they destroyed them. But I think teams saying they don't have Meacham and other things. So we're gonna break all that down today. Apparently Georgia has allowed 9.5 points a game while averaging 39, the best in college football by a lot, by the way. However, Alabama scored 41 points with a big assist from Williamson and Meacham. That means Darian Kendrick has to step up because that game against Alabama in the SEC championship game was a terrible experience for them. They got lit up. Jameson Williams went crazy, 1,500 yards this year. Meacham had an amazing season. Both went over 1,000 yards. Alabama gets receivers. They are getting those receivers. Meacham isn't playing, so that's a big thing we got to talk about today. But the DBs got to play better for Georgia. They have to, right? They have to play better. What y'all think the score gonna be? I don't know some prediction. What y'all think the score gonna be? But the DBs gotta play better. They gotta get Zamir White in the game or get them running downhill and playing well. Because if you know anything, you know both teams give up 82 rushing yards per game between Alabama and Georgia. So it's gonna be hard to get the run game going for either squad. I know Robinson had a big week last week. He had a big week last week, but that's Georgia defense. Ask Michigan about that Georgia defense. That's a big game. Apparently, Alabama is 5th in total yards. Heisman quarterback freshman Bryce Young leading the charge, winning the Heisman as a freshman. The Alabama defense shut down then the Georgia Bulldogs offense. So it's like a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Who y'all got in this game right now? The betting odds are saying leaning toward Alabama slightly, but the odds are mostly favoring Georgia. That's what I'm gathering. I'm getting the odds is mostly favoring Georgia right now. So you got that going on. You have a bunch of young players on both teams that can step up, make some big plays. Some vets So it's a very interesting game. I don't know how to. It's gonna be hard to call. If you look at the regular stats and you look at what been happening, you would say, of course, Alabama. What do you mean Alabama didn't win it? Whatever you mean Alabama not gonna get it? What do you mean? I tell you what I mean. I mean Alabama. Crimson Tide. I'm leaning toward them. I'm gonna talk my way through stats and everything, but I'm leaning toward Alabama because Jameson Williams is. The secondary get exposed at times, but that front seven gets so many sacks, so much pressure, makes the quarterback so uncomfortable. If they look at the way Cincinnati played Alabama, they might can find a way to get around that. You know what I mean? They might can find a way to get around all those situations that make them very uncomfortable. But Georgia has to find a way to contain. You know what I mean? They have to find a way to contain the way Cincinnati did, the way Auburn did, the way Florida did early in the season. And you gotta hope he's not on his A game. You know what I mean? You gotta hope that Bryce Young not on his A game. You gotta hope. You gotta keep studying. You gotta contain him. Sometimes he has a problem with contain, but if he's on that day, I gotta pick Alabama. But Georgia is a really good team. Georgia is an amazing team. Let's go over some more stats. Key, like I said, the rushing yards key to the game. Jameson Williams 1,500 yards, 1,500, 15 touchdowns on 75 receptions for Jameson Williams in 2021, ranks third in Crimson Tide history behind Devontae Smith from 2 years ago and Amari Cooper from a few years ago. Is 15 touchdown, ranks third behind Jerry Jeudy and Devontae Smith. Michie had 96 receptions. He was more of a pass catcher. 1,142 yards, 8 touchdowns. He didn't play in the SEC championship game. Didn't play in this game. Didn't play in the Cincinnati game, so he might could have got 1,500 yards himself. Again, Alabama receivers might be the biggest thing in the game, but I don't want to just focus on them. I don't want to just focus on the receivers. I don't want to just focus on those specific players, those big names. It's some people in there now. You know, you got 3 consensus All-Americans for Alabama, 2 for Georgia. Will Anderson, sack master Will Anderson himself was right there. Evan Neal, big tackle. They need him for this game. They need him to dominate the line of scrimmage. That way Bryce Young could go out there and get them stats and be the starter to watch out for. 331 completions, 498 passing attempts, 4,503 passing yards, 46 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. That's an insane stat. That's incredible. But 2 big players for Georgia, who Dean is very important. Dean is the one that gotta get the pressure. He gotta be the contain. He gotta control Bryce Young. He's important. While Jordan Davis, defensive tackle for Georgia, must dominate the line. He got to dominate the line. He has to control Anderson. He got to control Bryce Young. Make sure you don't run inside, dominate, take up 2 blocks. He got to do what he do. Georgia has a chance if they can get that pass rush and everything off. There's some interesting facts about this game 4.36 is actually Stetson Bennett's quarterback rating higher than Bryce Young. Bennett has a passer rating of 178.04. Bryce Young has one of 173.68. Does that mean anything? Not really, but again, it shows that Stetson Bennett has stepped up his game in terms of football play. And that Michigan game, he really stepped up. I didn't know how they were gonna handle Michigan defense. I know Alabama defense is faster, more athletic in a lot of places. Not completely. Don't forget, Michigan got that beastie defensive end and a really good corner. But overall, the speed, the play that Alabama has is much more than Michigan, unfortunately. So I don't know. Like, unfortunately, it ain't gonna be as easy for them. Stetson ain't gonna be able to get those looks the way he normally does. So it's gonna be real interesting to see what happens. 9.6 points per game has been scored against Georgia this season, giving the Bulldogs the lowest average in the nation. And most years, you usually don't see 9.6 yards. Georgia defense has been one of the best we've seen in probably decades. But they gave, like I said at the beginning, they gave up 41 points to Alabama. And it wasn't getting off the field. You know, third down is big for Georgia. They get people off the field. You don't get a chance to score. You don't get first downs. You don't get none of that stuff, man. So you gotta be on the watch for those kind of things. Also, you got Georgia tight end Brock Bowers, and 12 touchdowns, set a single season record for Georgia. By the way, I want y'all to watch out for Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is a really good tight end. He is a really, really good tight end. He can really play. Like, there's no doubt Brock Bowers can really play football. Brock Bowers, 12 touchdowns is insane. You know what I mean? Again, let's go over the other player I was talking about. Will Anderson. Can he get Stetson in trouble? Stetson not really the most, he's a little mobile now. Let's not get him wrong, but he's not like crazy mobile. He's not insanely mobile, but Will Anderson had 17.5 sacks, 34.5 tackles for a loss. He led the nation in both categories, dominating tackles for loss behind the second, Joshua Pascal, with 15.5. He had 34.5. He doubled the second in tackle for loss. Will Anderson, you need to look out for tonight, though, by the way. More sacks than the second most, 15.5. Ole Miss Sam Williams. Ole Miss Sam Williams second in sacks at 7.5. Incredible player, man. That's my stats tonight. We're gonna talk a little bit more about just the game, how I feel like it's gonna go, and how I feel like the game is ultimately gonna be played. I think the game is they're gonna both try to establish the run. I don't think it's gonna work well. I think whoever can do it the best. I don't think either one of them will necessarily get the runs off, but the one that can maybe break one that can get like a 15-yarder, one that get you worried about that play action. If Meacham was playing, I'd be like, Alabama might not even need it as much, but Meacham is not playing, so they got to get Jameson Williams on one-on-one with those corners. If they can get him one-on-one with those corners, that speed can take over, and you can do a lot of damage. You can do a lot of damage with that speed from Jameson Williams. You can get some play action off. Alabama got a nice tight end. Like I said, Georgia can get if they can get their running game started with Zach, they can get that tight end post up the middle on that cover two sometime. Them little blitz things. Will Anderson, like I said, he gonna be taking out the quarterback. You get him one-on-one with them linebackers, give a steady enough time. You might have some big plays up the middle by Bruce Bowers today. I'm just saying, look for that. Look for that little middle throw. You know what I mean? You see that? You know, if Stetson Bennett can get that play action going, get Bruce Bowers over the middle, that open up them receivers a little more because the safeties can't help. They got a chance. Alabama, the same thing. They get Robinson running the good. He ran through Cincinnati. But that's because the defense they're playing to control Bryce Young. They left that middle wide open. Georgia has some better defenders. I don't know, their corner's not as good, but Williams' speed don't matter with corner speed because Williams is ridiculously fast. Maybe find one more receiver to step up. You know, we could almost call Alabama wide receiver U, from Kevin Ridley to Julio Jones to Jerry Jeudy to Waddle. You know, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. You have a complete set of receivers in the NFL by Alabama, and we're gonna have two more, Meacham and Williams, when they go to the NFL. You got two more coming from Alabama. You have two more coming. You know what I mean? It's insane. We almost could start calling them wide receiver U now. They were running back U. They were lineman U. They were linebacker U. They got a few DBs. We just seen Trayvon Diggs might win defensive player of the year, so we got to look at him. Led the league in interceptions with double digits interceptions. We'll talk about them later on when we get to the Super Wildcard weekend. And we start talking about some more fun stuff, but I think this game gonna go based on how both teams react, how both teams play, how both teams get just basically get started. You know what I mean? How both teams can essentially just get started. Who can start the run game? Who can really get the game? Who can really just get the game played? You know what I mean? Whoever can get into their offense quicker, basically what I'm saying. Whoever can get in their offense quicker, whoever can get establish a little bit of run game, because I don't think, like I said again, I don't think neither team's gonna run the ball. Whoever can get essentially the game into their game plan quicker, I think we'll have a big advantage in this game. I think, and I'm trying to talk myself to see who I'm picking to win. That's all I'm doing. I'm just talking myself to see who I pick to win. And I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking Alabama. I'm going with Alabama. I'm going off with the sheet. I'm going against the spread a little bit. I think Alabama gets it. And the reason I think Bryce Young. I just think Bryce Young. I like Bennett. I think Bennett next year will be better. I think he's already improved. Watch the Michigan game. The longer the season goes, the more Bennett improves. It's just, that's who I'm going with. I'm going with Bennett. I'm going with Bryce Young over Bennett. But I do like Bennett. I think Bennett is a really good football player. I think he has a good future in Georgia. I think Bennett has a good, amazing future. Let me look at how old. There's a Bennett. Is he? I think he's I might be wrong. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think he's a sophomore. Oh, he's a senior. Never mind. But he improved. He's a senior. I thought he was a junior or a sophomore, but apparently he's a senior. What is JT Daniels? JT Daniels is a junior. They got Carson Beck too, by the way. They can improve on that. I thought Stetson Bennett was old, but okay. I like this improvement this year anyway. So we can go off there. I like this improvement. Could he be a backup in the NFL? I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think he can be a backup in the NFL? I think he deserves to be. I think he should get drafted, but what do y'all think he should go though? Where do y'all think he should go? By the way, I want to thank y'all for being here again. A great day. I hope it's a beautiful Monday. Anybody listening in their car, walking around, just listening later on when they get time, I appreciate you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, merch link, all that stuff in the bio. So I appreciate y'all, real talk. I want to thank y'all again for being here. We talk a little college football. Want to know? I picked Alabama. I'm picking the Crimson Tide. Nick Saban been there. His assistant coaches struggled to beat him. So I'm picking the Crimson Tide. I don't know what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking the Crimson Tide. Well, we got, but who do y'all think gonna be the biggest factors in the game? Who do y'all think is going to be able to step up in this game? I gave some of my picks. Bruce Bowers, Will Anderson. I'm picking some of the bigger names. Some of the people you know. Can Stetson Bennett finally overcome Alabama? Can Georgia? Can Kirby Smart finally overcome? You got Quay Williams. What can Quay Williams do? According to Quay Williams, Stetson Bennett has a flip phone. I don't know why that's important, but I don't think his social media is going to be a big influence on him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm picking Alabama. I'm going with the Crimson Tide. I'm going with the Crimson Tide to win this game. I'm going with the Crimson Tide to play big. It just, again, I'm going to reiterate this because I want this point to get across on why I'm picking him. Bryce Young. The kid is composed. He in the pocket, everything breaks down. He needs to make a play. He seems to always do it. Outside the Texas A&M game, I have every example I have, he made it. In the Florida game, when he had to make a play, he made it. Even when the defense was letting him down, he had to make a play, he made it. Even in the Texas A&M game toward the end, he had to make a play, he made it. With that steady hand guiding your offense, like I said, Stetson Bennett has played great. He has improved. He's played better the more experience he got. But it's something about special, right? It's good to have good, right? It's good to have good. But it's something to have special, right? It's something to have special. It's good to have good. Again, no hate on good. But it's just something about special. And Bryce Young is special. Bryce Young is a very special player. Will Anderson is special. Alabama has special players. Georgia have a lot of really good players. A lot of NFL players. A lot of future Pro Bowlers. But special, Alabama is known for special. Nick Saban is known to create special. I don't know what else to tell you, man. That's how I'm picking. That's how I'm feeling. I hope y'all been enjoying the vibes of the show. Just talk a little college football. Just talk a little college football with y'all. Just do a little college football breakdown. Give you some stats. Give you some stuff you might not know. Give you some people to look for. Give you some people to think about. Give you some people that you might want to watch out for in the nice big game, college football. Next week probably be more of a news show. This week more of a breakdown. I do apologize. I had a little bit of technical difficulties on the screen. Had a little highlights showing, but I wanted the highlights in the background so y'all can have something to look at beside this beautiful face. But of course, but it had a little tough. It didn't do exactly like I wanted. Y'all saw a little bit earlier, but it didn't. It was supposed to meld with the screen a little more, and it kind of didn't. So we had to scrap that because we don't need to get copyright. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that content copywritten. You know what I mean? So I do want to thank y'all for watching so far. We're gonna take an ad break shortly. So I just want to remind you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Oh, we got a whole nother platform for you. We have a whole nother platform for you. It's literally called Overall 99 Media. We got Overall 99 content channel. Those links are in my link tree below. So go click that link tree if you're interested in the content. How do you know you want to know if you're interested in that content? I can tell you how you want to know if you're interested in that content. This is how you know you're interested in that content. Because I hit you with the simple. It's very simple. I hit you with this ad. And once I hit you with this ad, you'll see the content we do. You see the type of content we do. You see if you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, go down there and subscribe. If not, stay right here. I will be back shortly. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back in a minute.
You learn the rules to win. And when you learn the rules, you can't complain. For example, you can't complain about a chess game when you're so used to playing checkers. Like, no, this is this particular game. You learn how to play this particular game.
Twan mentioned that void. I feel like a lot of men and women use whoever they are in a relationship with, they're dating, we're going to talk about marriage later on, but whoever they are seeing in a relationship, you try to use that to fill a void.
If we could talk to somebody 2 hours, but then how many people or our past few years that we've dated, can we honestly say, man, I can legit have just a straight 2-hour conversation with them? Not just FaceTime where the phone's staring up at the ceiling and we doing a bunch of other stuff just sitting on the phone. Not texting, every couple minutes, every hour, but like actual conversation with them.
Turning simping into pimp.
What's up, man? It's your boy, What's up, man? Look at it, we got that merch. Sell React. Overall 99. Merch link in all the bios. Get that merch. Do you hear me? Kid Credit Players, they'll react to Overall 99 logo. Man Cave coming soon. Just a Fan coming soon. Backseat Gaming, all that merch coming soon. Love you. Peace.
That is probably one of the most manly things you will ever see, because it's not going to be the most emotionally supportive thing that you could ever see. It's
To Monte's point, you gotta realize when you are a support system or when you're a crutch.
I've always had someone close that I can let my guard down just long enough to freaking get it out. And when I didn't, like I said, that's what the therapist is for.
You typically don't get like a lot of validation or support for the things that we generally do on a day-to-day basis. You really don't. He even brought up one thing that I didn't even think about until then. Like the first time, mostly when a man gets his flowers, so to speak, is at his grave.
I don't care for Peter Parker all like that. I like his side characters more than him. So I ain't checking for
Tor, real life trying
like
to take
that.
your spot. You and Joe.
You got 2 strikes, man. That 2 bad takes in 3 minutes.
Hey.
That man said, I don't care about Peter Parker. That is like Marvel sacrilege.
And
Listen,
Definitely Marvel Champions.
it is what it is. Peter Parker
most popular
has
character.
done nothing. Listen, Spider-Man is a failure. Spider-Man's biggest achievements are losing.
The new Batman trailer that has come out, I don't like it.
Oh,
Hey,
now,
Joe,
man, we gotta put that on there because the people love that.
That's a hot take right there.
I personally, I hate that trailer. I dang to hate everything that's on. I
Morbius
hate
is
the
the only
version.
Batman I'm checking for.
I hate.
I'm gonna just be that guy. Listen, I love Marvel, like extremely. Like it's.
I'm a fan of whatever I'm not paying for, okay?
What's up, Malcolm? It's your boy, Alpha May, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And I got the merch on today, so shout out to the merch. And you know it's Thursday, so you know it's just a fan.
OVR.
What's good? What's good? What's good? We back. We back at it again. We back at it again. We are here. How are we feeling? How are we doing today? We doing good. We are back. Talk about a little bit of NFL. First off, I want to get in my. I gotta get in my AB mood. I gotta talk about AB a little bit. Can I talk about AB a little bit? Can I mention AB? Can I change the vibe a little bit? Can I change the vibe a little bit? I just want to change the vibe a little bit. We got to talk about AB. Antonio Brown, we're going to get in the NFL talk after that. We got to talk about Antonio Brown. We have to talk about this. We're going to talk about some news, and then we're going to get into the Super Wildcard weekend predictions after we talk about a little news. I just want everybody to understand what we're doing right now. Antonio Brown left the game at halftime 2 weeks before the playoffs start. They'll be in the playoffs now. 2 weeks, he just left the field. He walked off, said he was injured. They said he had problems with his contract, the way the contract was set up. I'm like, maybe he was hurt. Maybe AB not insane. Maybe AB not crazy. Maybe AB was hurt and they tried to force him to go in. He like, no. And the coach told him to leave. The story is plausible. Bruce Arians is a hothead. Not saying Bruce Arians is a bad guy, but Bruce Arians is known as a hothead. So we can give him some bail, right? We can talk about it. We can give him some credit. We can actually believe this story a little bit. But the rumor came out that he was talking about his contract. He didn't like the way it was set up. He wanted more touches. It didn't make. Now, some stuff don't make sense. That's why I say always take every story with a grain of truth, or maybe more than a grain, maybe a lot of truth, but a little bit of lying. You know what I mean? So he said he wouldn't go back in, but he wanted more touches to get his incentives. I don't understand how not playing would get you that, or not going back in will get you your incentives. It didn't make sense to me, but we're in a confusing time. We're in a weird time now, right? We're in a time where things don't have to make sense. It doesn't have to add up. It doesn't have to do anything in which we speak. But Antonio Brown goes out there, meets some random guy who now has a big social media following, talks about a Netflix series, apparently had an OnlyFans model who licks toilets. First off, if you date an OnlyFans girl that lick toilets, not nothing wrong with OnlyFans girls. We talked about on the podcast, on the overall 90 Media channel. Who will you date? Many people said they would. They would actually date an OnlyFans SW worker. But to have one that's kind of clout chasey, to have one that licks toilets, trying to get COVID, your decision-making skills are not that great. She licked toilets, man. She licked toilets. I don't even remember which one. We're just gonna do it this way. She licked toilets, man. She licked toilets. I don't know. What do I do with that? How do I process this information? How do I process you snuck in a girl who licks toilets? You don't sneak in a girl who licks toilets. You sanitize and you go to her house. You sanitize and you go to her house. Okay, this little section right here is going to be where, when you hear this song, right? When you hear this song, this is a section that I go in on, all right? This is how we're going to play this show. When we're vibing and chilling, you hear this. When we're vibing and chilling, you hear this. When we're going in on people, we gotta play the music. We gotta play the Kid Credit Play exclusive. By the way, the song will also change as we go, because Kid Credit Play working on another beat for the Overall 99 Sports Channel. And we're gonna keep improving. We might add a few people here, a few people there, have more people talking, have more conversation, start doing interviews. We'll start doing a lot more stuff. But then Antonio Brown, this story gets weirder. He goes on the Nelk Boys podcast. Nothing wrong with the Nelk Boys. They a little, but ain't nothing wrong with the Net Boys. He goes on a podcast and he starts dissing people. He says, and this one I completely lost him. I've been shooting him bail ever since, right? I'm like, maybe something wrong with him. He has some valid points, maybe. But this is where he lost me. He went on there and he dissed Tom Brady. Now, dissing Tom Brady is not a sin by any means. If you got a problem with Tom Brady, you got a problem. If he just dissed Bruce Arians said he didn't want him in the first place. So if a man don't want him in the first place, I have every right to go in on you, right? Because you openly admitted that I wasn't really the one that wanted him here. Tom wanted him here. Not me. Tom wanted him here. So apparently here he comes. He comes in the game. He comes on the show. You can watch it. Just look up Nelk Boys, Antonio Brown. And we don't want to misquote. Let me know if I'm wrong. Go in the comments and let me know if I'm wrong, right? Let me know if I'm too much, if I'm going too far. If I'm out of the way. Because I don't want to diss a brother, right? I don't want to diss a brother when I'm wrong. So if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments right now. Just let me know. Simple. I'm all right being wrong. I am not a person that can't admit they're wrong is not a wise person. However, Antonio Brown goes on. He does this show. And he says Tom Brady not his friend because his friend will make sure you have a legit contract. Gronk has a legit contract. Well, AB, Gronk is far more consistent in life with you. Gronk don't run off the field in the middle of a game. It's a difference. Tom Brady doesn't make contracts, by the way. So blaming Tom Brady for your contract is kind of odd. Blaming Tom Brady for your contract is very odd. Again, if I'm completely wrong, let me know. I'm okay with being wrong. I can take being wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. But you say he's not really your friend. He needs you to win football games. Okay, I have a problem with that. He won 6 championships without you. Am I wrong? He won 6 without you. On the team he owned, okay, we can go. He's not talking about back then. He's talking about now. Sir, you are taking touches away from Chris Godwin. A Pro Bowler, Chris Godwin. A multiple-time 1,000-yard receiver with Jameis Winston. We are also talking about a multiple-time Pro Bowler in Mike Evans. A multiple-time Pro Bowler with Mike Evans. We are talking about a Hall of Fame tight end. We are talking about a Hall of Fame tight end. Gronk. You have Leonard Fournette, who played amazing. You have multiple 1,000-yard running backs. You are an addition, sir. You are a very good addition. You are a Hall of Fame addition. You are a great player. You are an all-time great player. You are amazing. You are a great football player. He has a bunch of Pro Bowlers already on his team. He already has 6 rings. He doesn't need you. Sir, how many championships did you win before he got there? How many did you win before he got there? You won 0. Meaning you needed him to win a ring. By the way, your point, he can't do it by himself, is 100% accurate. He can't. But just not see him as a friend. This is what I come to an issue with before we move on, because we got to move on. I'm tired of talking about AB. I said I wasn't going to name him no more, but we got to do it for the show. You know what I mean? He let you stay in this house. He picked you up on 2 different teams after you already messed him over. You screwed him over in New England. By doing something, just keep your nose clean. Good. We're good. You stay in my house. Then he move you to Tampa Bay. He get you signed there too. Nobody wanted you. I just want y'all to know that's what we're talking about right now. That's the kind of person we're on right now. We're on that kind of person, right? That's the kind of person we're on right now. We're on that guy who does that. And that's all I gotta say on that. Let's go talk about some football news. Let's go back in our vibe and stuff. Hope y'all feeling good. Hope y'all having a great Monday morning. Hope you're listening in the car, or you listening at work, or you listening anywhere. I hope you're enjoying the vibe. Remember to hit that like and subscribe. Let's come to vibe down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I like the vibe, but let's come down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We don't want too loud of vibe. You at work. So I don't want to ruin your day. But another NFL news, we have Brian Flores. The people that have been fired been kind of weird to me. Let's talk about it. You have Brian Flores, who has had 2 winning seasons out of 3 with a bunch of quarterbacks that get hurt a lot. A top-ranked defense. But again, it goes back with the same thing about the Broncos. It's the same thing with the Broncos. Bad teams make bad decisions. I don't know what more could Vic do with that team. I'm sorry, he had Drew Lock in a division with Patrick Mahomes and Herbert and Derek Carr. Like we all have a big difference. I have 3 potential Pro Bowl quarterbacks versus me with backups. And I win, 8 games? 7 games? Come on, man. Brian Flores, with all the injuries, all the issues going through, with everything going through, I know every team got injuries. But you have 2 winning seasons of 3 with a franchise that's not known for winning? But yet, I have not heard Joe Judge yet. The man went for it on 3rd. He did a quarterback sneak on 3rd and 9. Am I the only one upset? Am I the only one that's mad right now? He literally did a quarterback sneak on 3rd and 9. A quarterback sneak. That man is taking on purpose, but that tells you about the organization. Not as bad as the Chargers, but I don't know if I want to be in that organization. Especially now, it's a lot different than it was with Eli, though. It's a lot different. Let me know your thoughts on the organization. Let me know your thoughts on which is the worst ran organization. The Jaguars up there, the Lions, probably the Lions. I think the Lions are the worst ran organization. Then we got something that makes sense to me. We have Mike Zimmer and the GM Rick Spielman. They are both gone. So it's a new era in Minnesota. They have some good pieces. They find the right coach, get a few more players, get some playmakers. They can do some things. We have also Matt Nagy. You gotta find you. You gotta find you a good offensive coordinator that can find you a receiver. Alabama got 2. If you know the history of Alabama receivers, go pick you up one. Just pick you up an Alabama receiver. Go get your offensive coach. Say Justin Fields, we're gonna do some work with you. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State got a good receiver up there too. Interesting stat before I go on. Let me interesting stat about Brian Flores. Won 19 games in last 2 years. Has gone 4-2 against Belichick. That just let you know who just got fired. I don't know, man. If you're an NFL team right now, pick up Brian Flores. He took a dysfunctional team with a bunch of players. You got Xavier Howard. You got some good players on the team, but I think Xavier Howard injured a lot this year. He's not a usually injured player, but this year I think he was kind of injured. And essentially he does something to Mike Tomlin stuff, you know what I mean? Okay, quick review of some of the games after we talked about the coaches. I hope everybody land on their feet. Hope they're financially secure. Hope their family's doing well. Hope they're healthy and happy in life. I know it's rough, but I'm praying for all y'all health and happiness. Make sure y'all good in life, because I know being fired is hard. And that's anybody out there too, by the way. Okay, some other news. Let's talk about some things that happened. Mike Tomlin is amazing again. Mike Tomlin never had a losing season in the playoffs again. Dysfunctional. Big Ben looking old sometimes. Still overcoming. Still hasn't had a losing season. Still in the playoffs. His worst 3 seasons are 8-8. 9-7-1. Another year in the playoffs. Playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know if he got the horses to beat him, but we're going to talk about that game later on. We also, what else? Oh, man, Carson Wentz, the Indianapolis Colts, lost the chance to make the playoffs. All they had to do was beat the Jags. That's it. They didn't have to do anything else. They beat the Jaguars, they in. They beat the Jaguars, they are in. Simple, right? Just beat the Jags. Just beat the Jags. We gotta go in back. Beat the Jags. It's simple. Just beat the Jaguars. I know you haven't beaten the Jaguars since 2016, 2014, and Jacksonville. You haven't beat them. You are Carson. You have an MVP candidate. You have 7 Pro Bowlers. You have a quarterback that y'all keep telling me it's everybody else's fault. Jalen Hurts went to the playoffs this year. All they did was trade away Carson Wentz and get draft picks. They didn't really give up nothing besides him. And essentially, all you need to know is essentially they gave up draft pick just to start winning with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts showed improvement. Jalen Hurts played big in big games. Jalen Hurts played when he had to. Jalen Hurts did his thing when he had to. Carson Wentz had a chance to go down the field. He basically threw a pick. They just dropped him. He threw a couple of them going in that third quarter. They were driving down the field. Dropped them. Dropping the touchdowns. Dropping the interceptions. Dropped them. That's what we call it. We calling it dropped them. What do you do? Drop them. Also, when are we gonna start making excuses for him, by the way? That's all I want to. When are we gonna start making excuses for him? We gotta start making excuses for my guy. I know my boy Joe gonna be here shortly after, probably after the break, to talk about this a little more with me. But again, when are we gonna stop the mistakes? So be here after the thing. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. Then we're gonna break down the season a little bit once we get back. I don't know when Joe's gonna be on, but we're gonna talk a little bit about them. We're gonna break down a little bit of the playoffs. I'm gonna get his predictions and stuff like that. Gonna have us, if somebody else want to call in and listen to the show, you can call in, do whatever you gotta do. I appreciate y'all. I know Monday morning's a little weird. Probably have a little more, but we're gonna establish this show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna establish the show. We're gonna work. We're gonna improve. You see the improvements right now with all this extra stuff. I'm gonna have a few more things planned, and I'm gonna have some more. There's certain things I really want to do on this show, but I haven't been quite able to get it all down. You know what I mean? I haven't got it all plotted yet. But we looking better. We got the ticker going. We got the tell y'all who subbed, all this stuff. We got the comment stuff and everything right here. Got the talk show, all these things. We improving. We improving as we go. But the Giant, how is Joe Judge not fired? How is Joe Judge not fired? This is all I want to. How is Joe Judge not fired? Another coach I want to ask about, how is Brandon Staley still? Brandon Staley literally threw 3 games away talking about analytics, but everybody just want to brag about it. Now, I don't mind analytics. I'm not an anti-analytics guy. I'm not an anti-analytics guy. I'm not an analytics hater. I think analytics are amazing, but sometimes you got to use common sense. Common sense does not overcome these random mistakes. You know what I mean? Common sense does not dictate these horrible decision making. I see Unico in the things that don't get him started on Carson Wentz. Like Brandon Staley, Carson Wentz, it's the horrible decision making for me. It's the horrible decision making. It's that simple. It's the horrible decision making. It's the horrible. They have a chance going down the field. Carson Wentz and them do. I want to stick on these 3 stories because they're not making the playoffs. So I just want to talk about these 3 real quick. It's like, I think it was 2nd or 3rd down. He throws the ball to the middle of the field in a bad position where there's like 3 people there. Fortunately, they dropped the ball. They punt. Go on the next drive. He actually throws the pick. He holds the ball too long. That's right, Gerald. He been mid. But every time I list up, oh, it's his teammates. Oh, he don't got enough help. Oh, he goes somewhere. Oh, it's because he ain't got Frank anymore. Y'all know coach of Indianapolis, Frank. Frank, the quarterback risk porter. The one that got Nick Foles to the championship is the offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. When are we going to be like, hey, why does every team in every big moment you have, when you're the quarterback, don't make the play? Why come Jalen Hurts make the play? Why come majority of quarterbacks sometimes make the play? Why do you always not make the play? That's the question the coach got to ask himself. Phillip Rivers took that team to 11 wins last year. Phillip Rivers took that team to 11 wins. Speaking of Phillip Rivers, he left that trash organization San Diego as he should have because, again, San Diego doing San Diego things. The timeout was ridiculous. I know it's a thing that when they got the 11-yard, they like kicked the field goal, win the game, this pride and all that. But if they didn't call that timeout, I don't think the line would have shut off as hard and they would have just like been ready. But when they called the timeout, you kind of were like, why they calling this timeout for? Kind of get hurt. I play football, I get it. Like you like, okay, we're gonna settle for this and we both go to play, blah blah blah. But then you call timeout. I'm kind of hurt now, so we're gonna fire off this ball, get 11 yards, and kick a field goal. Now my storyline, the coach said, "F y'all to the Raiders." He basically said, "F y'all to the Raiders," and wanted to kick the field goal because they called timeout. That's in my mind. I want to play that because I want anarchy in the NFL. I'm not gonna lie. I want anarchy. I want everybody to go crazy. You know how crazy it would be if Pittsburgh actually just went for the tie? I want them to take knees. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I want them to take knees. Take knees the whole time. Please, just take knees. Thank you, please. Just take some knees and just have the NFL in the uproar. Have pure chaos and anarchy. That's what I want. I wanted rules to be changed. I wanted people to try to get fined and get sued. That was, I just wanted everything. You know, I'm all for the chaos. I'm all about challenging the status quo. You know what I mean? I'm all about that. I'm all about that challenging the status quo. But we're about to get to a break. I want you to know we're about to get a break. We might have Joe or Gerald or whoever want to call in on the Google channel from the Just a Fan podcast or Man Cave podcast. They want to call in. We'll have them after the break. If not, we're gonna go over something that y'all actually care about, and that actually is. Hold up. Super Wildcard weekend. We're gonna talk about Super Wildcard weekend. We're gonna go over the games, who I think gonna win, predictions, everything else. Looking for a good week of football. We got some good games on the way. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna also talk about some NBA talk after another break. I think we're we might mix them together. We're gonna talk about a little NBA talk. We're gonna talk a little bit. Klay Thompson back. Darius Garland come back from injuries. So that's some good things going on in other sports too. The MLB lockout, I don't even gonna mention much. I'm just gonna tell y'all a little bit about it. Yeah, but it's a little bit MLB lockout if we have time. Anything else? Coach Prime got another 5-star recruit according to some, 4-star according to others. And yeah, we're gonna have all that coming after the ad break. I appreciate y'all. See y'all at the end of the break.
You learn the rules to win. And when you learn the rules, you can't complain. For example, you can't complain about a chess game when you're so used to playing checkers. Like, no, this is this particular game. You learn how to play this particular game.
Twan mentioned that void. I feel like a lot of men and women use whoever they are in a relationship with, they're dating, we're gonna talk about marriage later on, but whoever they are seeing in a relationship, you try to use that to fill a void.
We could talk to somebody 2 hours, but then how many people or our past few years that we've dated, can we honestly say, man, I can legit have just a straight 2-hour conversation with them? Not just FaceTime where the phone's staring up at the ceiling and we doing a bunch of other stuff just sitting on the phone. Not texting, every couple minutes, every hour, but like actual conversation with them.
Turning simping into pimp.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Lambert May. Look at it, we got that merch. Sell React. Overall 99. Merch link in all the bios. Get that merch. Do you hear me? Kid Creative Players, Sell React, Overall 99 logo. Man Cave coming soon. Just a Fan coming soon. Backseat Gaming, all that merch coming soon. Love you. Peace.
That is probably one of the most manly things you will ever see, because it's not going to be the most emotionally supportive thing that you could ever see. It's
to Monte's point, you gotta realize when you are a support system or when you're a crutch.
I've always had someone close that I can let my guard down just long enough to freaking get it out. And when I didn't, like I said, that's what the therapist is for.
You typically don't get like a lot of validation or support for the things that we generally do on a day-to-day basis. You really don't. He even brought up one thing that I didn't even think about until then. Like the first time, mostly when a man gets his flowers, so to speak, is at his grave.
I don't care for Peter Parker all like that. I like his side characters more than him. So I ain't checking for
Tor, real life
all
trying
like
to take
that.
your spot, you and Joe.
You got 2 strikes, man. That 2 bad takes in 3 minutes.
Hey.
That man said, I don't care about Peter Parker. That is like Marvel sacrilege.
And
Listen,
Definitely Marvel Sacrilege.
It is what it is. Peter Parker
popular
has
character.
done nothing. Listen, Spider-Man is a failure. Spider-Man's biggest achievements are losing.
The new Batman trailer that has come out, I don't like it.
Oh,
Actually,
we gotta put that on there because the people love that.
That's a hot take right there.
I personally, I hate that trailer. I dang to hate everything that's on. I
Morbius
hate
is the
version
only
of that.
Batman I'm checking for.
I hate.
I'm gonna just be that guy. Listen, I love Marvel, like extremely. Like it's.
I'm a fan of whatever I'm not paying for, okay?
What's up, man? It's your boy, Alpha May, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And I got the merch on today, so shout out to the merch. And you know it's Thursday, so you know it's just a fan.
OVR.
Yo. We are back. Hope y'all enjoying the show. Hope y'all enjoying the vibes. Hope your Monday morning has been a bless. I know some people might be going in from break, might be going to break, might be enjoying the day. Just hoping y'all have a good one. Hope y'all have a blessed Monday. Hope y'all having a great day today and enjoying yourselves on this Monday morning. This Monday morning quarterback with your host, Zell May. All the stuff in there. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying the channel. If you enjoying the other content, go over there and go check it out. That's Overall 99 Media. Overall 99 Content channel. I don't have nothing on it. My Zell May channel, I have vlogs and stuff. I'm gonna do more reactions and stuff soon. Hopefully get some good news this week and we can start doing some stuff. But this week we got a slate of games. We got Saturday, we got the AFC Raiders at Bengals at 4:30 Eastern. We have Patriots at Bills. Oh my goodness, we gotta talk about that one. We got to talk about that one, right? We have NFC, we have the Eagles at Buccaneers. We have the 49ers at Cowboys. We got to talk about that one. And we have AFC, that Sunday night game. We have the Steelers at Chiefs. And Monday, we have the Cardinals at the LA Rams. So now we got 6 games on Wildcard Weekend instead of 4. It's fun. It's lit. We got some more games. We got more teams participate. So let's go over the game people care about. Let's talk about the game people care about. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's talk about the 49ers at Cowboys. Soon we might have some guests to talk about some other things, but right now we're gonna go over the games real quick. So we got the 49ers at the Cowboys. Interesting game. We have Dak Prescott. Jimmy Garoppolo is back for the 49ers in the playoffs. Played in one of the best divisions in football versus the Cowboys, who played in one of the weakest, even though they have 2 teams in the playoff. 49ers have 3. But the Cowboys, they playing a tough team right now. This is probably the worst matchup in the first round for them. This would probably be the hardest one they would have played, because it would have been the Cardinals, 49ers, and Eagles. I know the Cardinals just beat the Cowboys, but I don't feel like it was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I was impressed. Like I think they can do it again. Like it's easy. You know what I mean? I don't think it was necessarily that easy. But they beat them. They just recently beat them. They did a good job on them. But the 49ers, Deebo Samuels will be the issue for the Cowboys. Deebo is running the ball right now. He is really doing a great job running that ball. Deebo Samuels, and he's a receiver. Like, he's a receiver. He's actually like, they actually give him to the ball on the reverses and stuff a lot. We know last week against the Rams, he had a touchdown pass and a touchdown run. He caught one and he had a run. Deebo Samuels is a big playmaker, big receiver, strong. Can Trayvon Diggs keep him out of his zone? Or is he gonna get caught in a double move? Or Trayvon Diggs gonna get the pick? I think that's the biggest matchup of the week. I think out of the entire week, Deebo Samuels versus Trayvon Diggs is the biggest matchup of the week. And the biggest player is Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is huge for the Cowboys. He gotta be to do what he does. Everything. He does everything. So is Micah Parsons gonna come back healthy from the COVID? Or is he gonna come back still a little bit off, his breathing off, everything is a little bit off? And to me, that's a lot gonna determine the game. I gotta go with them. Not Mississippi born, Louisiana born, but right next door, a real close neighbor. I gotta go with Dak. I just want to see Dak get this win. I gotta go with Dak. You know what I mean? I gotta go with Dak and the Cowboys. I think this is gonna be probably the toughest matchup for him in the first round. It would have been the toughest. I think the 49ers are very physical. They can keep Dak off the field. They can keep them 3 receivers off the field. I think their defense has a lot of amazing players. Joey Bosa. I don't know. I think Joey Bosa is healthy now, but I might not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Be okay. It's okay to correct me if I'm wrong. I gotta listen. I'm doing this show by myself. I gotta check everything myself, but let me know if I'm wrong. I think he's Not Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa. I don't know what I think about Joey Bosa. I saw Joey Bosa last night and thought about Joey Bosa. Nick Bosa. Joey Bosa almost had a strip sack that almost won the game, and Derek Carr almost fumbled and lost the game. But yeah, they have Nick Bosa. I think he's healthy. I think Nick Bosa is healthy. Yeah, he's healthy. But I know he struggled with the Titans a little bit. Nick Bosa's healthy. They got a strong defense. But them three receivers are, well, those Joey Galloway hurt, which hurts the Cowboy. Joey Galloway being hurt hurts the Cowboy. I said Joey Galloway. Just okay. Amari Cooper is gonna be big. He has to win his 1-on-1s. Joe said he'll be on at 12:30, so be ready for Joe. I was just reading some messages real quick. So Joe will be on in about 11 minutes. So I'm gonna get another game off, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna talk to Joe after the break. So I'm gonna get on to another game, and then we're gonna finish up the show with on some different stuff with Klay Thompson. He can talk about his coach a little bit. We're gonna finish up the games we're talking about. But Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. I know Gallows hurt. I said Joey Galloway, but Gallows is hurt. But they got Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson is a good slot, an amazing slot. I don't know if Pollard will be back. If Pollard back, that is huge. Pollard would probably make me more secure in my pick. I would be a lot more secure in my pick if I had known Pollard was there. He did not play last week, but we'll see. He has a foot injury. He rested this week, so maybe he'll be back. But if Tony Pollard and Zeke come back pretty healthy, I think they should win that game. But it's going to be a big game. Can the Cowboys stop that run? Because the Eagles ran all on them. Michael Parsons will be a big part of that. But if they can stop the run and get them receivers one-on-one with Dak Prescott quarterback, I think they can do a great job. All right, let's talk about we're going to talk about two more games before we get to that 12:30 mark and Joe comes on and joins us. So we have the Raiders at the Bengals. Joey, I don't trust the Raiders secondary. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I do not trust the Raiders secondary at all. I don't believe in them. I don't think they're going to be good enough. I saw them last week. They had a chance to make plays. They didn't last night. I think the Bengals offense is way more explosive than the Chargers offense, even though I love Mike Williams and Justin Herbert. And they made a lot of play last night, but you got Jamar Chase, you got so many other players with them that offense is explosive, man. That offense is explosive for the Bengals, man. I don't know if the Raiders can stop it. I don't know if Derek Carr and them can score enough to beat the Bengals. I really don't. I don't know if Derek Carr and them can score enough to beat the Bengals, but we'll see. We'll see if they can actually do it. I'm not, but another game. I want to spend a little bit of time on this one. If you don't know, I'm mad at the Raiders and Chargers right now, so I'm kind of over them. So forgive me. So forgive me again. Patriots at Bills. So we have the Patriots, New England Patriots versus Buffalo Bills. If you know history, you know Bill Belichick owns this game. You know this the game Bill wins. You know this the game he dominates. This is the game he wants. The Buffalo Bills, they can't beat me. They can't survive me. But if the weather is good, I think the Bills win. Too much Josh Allen. Too much Stephon Diggs. Too much talent. Them two safeties for the Bills are amazing. The pass rush, I think everything. It's a different scene. And Mac Jones, I gotta see it. Do I not think you're good? No, I think you're I think you're a really good player. I think your bottom was way higher than everybody else in this draft. Your bottom was way higher, but I don't know how high your ceiling is. But we'll find out. This is a judgment game for me. This is the game I'm looking at to see how much am I really impressed with Mac Jones. Why do I say that? Because this is a game Mac Jones got to win. I don't think you can just count on your defense and run the ball in this game. The Buffalo Bills got a good run defense. We saw you struggle when y'all played them the second time without the freezing temperatures and nobody could throw the ball. The first game was a weird game. It was just straight up weird. It was different. They were literally just running the ball because you really couldn't throw because the winds were like 40 miles. It was like 30 mile per hour wind. And you couldn't even throw the ball unless you was on going toward one side of the ball. You really could. So it's kind of incredible how you dealt with that. How you had that going on while everything else was going on. How you only could run the ball. The Bills, not really a running team, was at a disadvantage. The Patriots kind of knew how it was going to go. They in the arena. They know how the wind blow. They know the sections. They know you running the ball. If Bill Belichick know you running the ball only, you're not beating him. It's not happening. You got to be able to make plays through the air. You got to be able to run the ball, and you got to do a bunch of different stuff. But we'll see though. I want to see if Bill Belichick got something for him. We want to see if Bill Belichick got something for him. The Eagles at Buccaneers. Interesting game. Could Tom Brady lose in the wild card game? Tom Brady never loses in the wild card game, right? It's impossible. We're not going to do that, right? We're not going to pick Tom Brady to lose in all. This game is easy. We can skip that. I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the upset. Why not pick the upset? Why not pick the upset? Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith. Everybody a little bit more healthy now. Miles Sanders, I don't know how Miles Sanders playing though, but everybody a little more healthy. The Buccaneers got a lot going on. They got to deal with the AB drama. They got to deal with injuries. Chris Godwin is out for the season. You only got Mike Evans. Gronk, he a little banged up, but Gronk can play. But the Eagles got a good defense. Jason Kelce, they're going to be excited to play. They're going at Buccaneers. Can they stop Jalen Hurts? I think Jalen Hurts going to get one game where he just run the ball. Where his legs take over. Kind of like, y'all remember when Michael Vick beat Brett Favre? Y'all remember Michael Vick beat Brett Favre? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Michael Vick Brett Favre game right now. I think Jalen Hurts' legs are gonna win this game. He gonna make the one or two throws he need to make to win the game. I think that's all he needs. I think the injuries last year, the problem, everybody was getting hurt. Kansas City, Green Bay had some injuries, and the Buccaneers got healthy. This year, the opposite happened. They get injuries. A dude quit on the team in the middle of a game. You struggle with the Jets. But shout out to the Bucks. I did see the Bucks say the Saints. The Saints a tough team. They gotta give them a shout out. We know the Bucks struggle with the Saints because the Saints are a very tough team to beat in the playoffs because unfortunately they was 5-2 with Jameis, and look what their record ended up being. That should tell you about Taysom Hill now. I'm just saying. He's a tight end. He's a tight end. He's a tight end. He's a tight end. Simple. He's a tight end. I don't want people to understand he's a tight end. We all trying to make him something else, man. He's a tight end. But yeah, I think the Eagles gonna beat the Bucks. I think Tom Brady, he gonna have a shot at the end of the game. And I don't think he's gonna mess up. I think it's just gonna be a fumble or something. It's gonna be something weird. Come back to this tape. I might be wrong. Let me know I'm wrong next week. Let me know I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know I'm wrong. Just say, Trevor, you're an idiot. Zell, you're an idiot. You thought Tom Brady was going to lose to the Eagles? Are you serious, sir? I'm like, yeah. I saw the Brett Favre Michael Vick game. I see it. That's what I'm looking at. I'm envisioning it right now. Big 18-yard run, touchdown by Hurts. You know what I mean? That's what I'm seeing. That's how I'm viewing it. Let me know your thoughts. Do y'all agree? We also got the Steelers at the Chiefs. I'm calling it Big Ben last hurrah. Why? Because I don't think the Steelers can really score like that. It's gonna be a big Najee Harris game. This game gonna come down to Najee Harris. Sunday night is gonna be Najee Harris game. That's my prediction. Najee Harris. And I don't think it's gonna be enough to overcome Patrick Mahomes, who's getting in his rhythm, and a Chiefs defense that has improved. But my God, they struggle covering the deep route. Unfortunately, Ben don't really push the ball deep. So I gotta go with the Chiefs, right? Ben Arm has not been that this year. He been hitting them little, he can hit them little slants, he can hit them things that come off weird sometimes, but he hit them pretty good. But that deep route is what killed the Chiefs lately, and that ball floating on Ben right now. So I don't see them actually beating him. I can't see it. Unless Najee just go crazy this week for 200 yards total, I don't see them winning this game. And the last game we have is Cardinals at the Rams. This is the hardest game I had to pick. It's the hardest game I had to pick, really. This is really the hardest game I had to pick. But I might have to go with, I'm going with Kyler Murray. I gotta pick some road teams, right? I pick only road team I'd pick is the Eagles, so I gotta pick a road team. Let's go Kyler Murray. I trust Kyler Murray over Matt Stafford. It's simple, right? Simple game. Kyler Murray, Matt Stafford, two good teams. JJ Watt back. Everybody, Aaron Donald dominate the game. I take everything I say don't matter. Von Miller, Aaron Donald dominate. It don't matter. Cardinals has been injured this year, but we're going to see, though, man. I'm picking Kyler Murray over Matthew Stafford. That's my only reason to pick it. Because I'm struggling to pick this game because I don't know what Cardinals team I'm going to get. I don't know what Rams team I'm going to get. So at the end of the day, I got to pick with what I know. And one thing I do know right now is Kyler Murray over Matthew Stafford. And that's not even saying Matthew Stafford bad. They're just saying it. All right, we're about to take a break. We'll be back with Joe coming right back after this.
You learn the rules to win. And when you learn the rules, you can't complain. For example, you can't complain about a chess game when you're so used to playing checkers. Like, no, this is this particular game. You learn how to play this particular game.
Twan mentioned that void. I feel like a lot of men and women use whoever they are in a relationship with, they're dating, we're going to talk about marriage later on, but whoever they are seeing in a relationship, you try to use that to fill a void.
If we could talk to somebody 2 hours, but then how many people or our past few years that we've dated, can we honestly say, man, I can legit have just a straight 2-hour conversation with them? Not just FaceTime where the phone's staring up at the ceiling and we doing a bunch of other stuff just sitting on the phone. Not texting, every couple minutes, every hour, but actual conversation with them.
Turning simping into pimp.
What's up, man? It's your boy, man. Look at it. We got that merch. Sell React. Overall 99. Merch link in all the bios. Get that merch. Do you hear me? Kid Creative Players, Sell React, Overall 99 logo. Man Cave coming soon. Just a Fan coming soon. Backseat Gaming, all that merch coming soon. Love you. Peace.
That is probably one of the most manly things you will ever see, because it's not going to be the most emotionally supportive thing that you could ever see. It's
to Monte's point, you gotta realize when you are a support system or when you're a crutch.
I've always had someone someone close that I can let my guard down just long enough to freaking get it out. And when I didn't, like I said, that's what the therapist is for.
Typically don't get a lot of validation or support for the things that we generally do on a day-to-day basis. You really don't. He even brought up one thing that I didn't even think about until then. The first time, mostly when a man gets his flowers, so to speak, is at his grave.
I don't care for Peter Parker all like that. I like his side characters more than him. So I ain't checking for
Tor, real
Spider-Man
life trying
like
to take
that.
your spot, you and Joe.
You got 2 strikes, man. That 2 bad takes in 3 minutes.
Hey,
That man said, I don't care about Peter Parker. That is like Marvel sacrilege.
And
listen,
Definitely Marvel Tactics.
it is what it is. Peter
most
Parker
popular
has
character.
done nothing. Listen, Spider-Man is a failure. Spider-Man's biggest achievements are losing.
The new Batman trailer that has come out, I don't like it.
Oh,
Actually,
that, we gotta put that on there because the people love that.
That's a hot take right there.
I personally, I hate that trailer. I dang to hate everything that's on. I
Morbius
hate
is the
birds
only
and-
Batman I'm checking for.
I hate.
I'm gonna just be that guy. Listen, I love Marvel, like extremely. Like it's
I'm a fan of whatever I'm not paying for, okay?
What's up, I'm Apple? It's your boy, Alpha May, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And I got the merch on today, so shout out to the merch. And you know it's Thursday, so you know it's just a fan.
OVR.
What's up? We are back. We are back here. We are back in the game. We are here with the one, the only Unico Williams. We got.
Yo.
Let me get him on here real quick. There we go, the one, the only. Last on this Monday morning. Hope everybody is doing very well.
For sure. A lot going on this past weekend, man. I heard a lot of what you're talking about before I hopped on here, man. It's a lot happened this past weekend. It's been a very busy Monday as well.
Yes, it has. As a Colts fan, I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you as a Colts fan.
Let's get started. Let's just get started. All the things to talk about.
How do you feel? All you gotta do is beat the Jaguars, and you're in. The Jaguar, 2 fingers is gone. He had told them they were trash, and then he got fired.
First of all, I want to say somewhere out there, Urban Meyer is taking complete credit for this win. I just want y'all to know that. He's got put your number twos in the air if you did it on him. What a heartbreaker! Like, but so like early in the week, I was like, all right, cool. Jacksonville's dysfunctional and all that, and I thought about it, and I was like, hold on, the Colts are in control of their own fate, their own destiny. Yeah, there's a good chance that they might lose this game. I don't know who the Jaguars are out there playing for. You know, usually they're like, oh, we're playing for such and such. We love that. We love our coach. Or we love, I don't know who the Jaguars went out there and played for, but Trevor Lawrence picked yesterday of all days to actually look like a functional quarterback. So it was a heartbreaker.
You think with the clown mask? Think he got upset at the clown mask and said, I'm a ball today?
Maybe like he was like, no, I love Shad. Tony Khan is going to be in the owner's box hanging out. I got to do it for Tony Khan. That's what they were doing it for. They were doing it for Tony Khan because I would have had a Heisman worthy Super Bowl MVP performance if I knew Tony Khan was there.
Quick question: what you doing with Carson Wentz?
Okay, I'm going to give him an off season. I'm going to give him an off season, and then we'll see where we're at in the middle of week 8.
I feel it. Well,
that's where we're at.
All I want people to understand is everywhere he goes, it's everybody else's fault, except for when he leave, they win. When he
and I was here for it for sure. I said he can make every throw in the game. I like Carson Wentz. And I thought when we got him, I said, okay, fresh start. Man, I don't know. I don't know if at this point did I do what I prefer to have Phillip Rivers back at this point. I don't know. I don't trust Carson Wentz.
11-5 compared to not being in the playoffs is a lot different.
Yeah.
By the way, Herbert got to get out of San. I want to reiterate that Herbert got to get out of San Diego. I mean, Los Angeles. And if your name is, I keep saying San Diego, but it's the same team, same ownership. If your name is LAC, you probably cursed. if those are your initials, you are cursed. LAC is a cursed object now.
If the Colts had Justin Herbert, I would feel really good about that.
Did you see that
it's not
dart
happening.
He threw to tie the game? 2 people? Dart.
You know, I always think of the conspiracy theory about what happened with Tyrod Taylor, like they stabbed a man in the lung before the game to get Justin Herbert out there. Justin Herbert's a baller. Offense isn't the problem with the Chargers. It's their defense. And it was kind of funny.
But we talk about that.
He's questionable, but I thought what was funny yesterday, I was watching when they were introducing themselves and they actually put the Pro Football Focus ranks on there. Yeah, them dudes is bad on defense. Like there was people that was like, it was like out of all the linebackers, like he's like the 25th out of 60 something or like the 30th out of. I was like, yo, that's bad. Like there's only 32 starting middle linebackers and somehow you 50. Like how? So yeah, they got a bad defense. I think they're always in shootouts. The Chargers are. So yeah, much different than the days when Phillip Rivers actually had a defense with him. Man, yeah, that was good Chargers days. Phillip Rivers back in 07, 08. That was some good times. But right now, it's Justin Herbert versus the world.
Eli said he was not going to the Chargers because their organization is trash. He went on to win 2 Super Bowls. Phillip Rivers, who questionably had a better career, had 0. So
yeah. Yeah, that's saying a lot.
Eli, like that organization is trash. I will retire. I will go back to college.
Eli did it with like breaking the record for most interceptions every year.
But he knew. So you're like, yo, I want to go to a more stable organization, even though Joe Judge has destabilized the organization to the point they go for it on 3rd and 9 and do a quarterback sneak. I do not understand that.
I mean, the craziest part about that, they even got into a fancy smancy, overly complicated formation just to do that shit. I was like, what? Like, this got to be a play where somehow the left tackle gets it on an end around or something. and then throws a touchdown, 80-yard touchdown. No, just QB sneak with a whole bunch of smoke and mirrors in the back. It was detestable. What are you thinking? And why is that in your playbook, Joe Judge? Why?
That man, I don't. Why he hasn't been announced yet? I still don't understand it.
He is the new Matt. He's the new Matt Nagy.
Even Matt Nagy's going on.
He's protected. So Nagy. And I wouldn't mind dropping some bars about him too, because I don't think he's necessarily terrible. But Joe Judge, I don't think that's his quarterback. But I like Danny Dimes. I think Danny Dimes can make every throw, but I don't know what they're trying to achieve over there. Saquon probably got 2 more years left in him. As far as being a prime running back, maybe. The wide receiver core is okay. Like that whole team is just middle of the road. Okay. Like that's what the Giants are. Nothing special.
Yeah, we're gonna get in some picks and then we're gonna talk a little basketball before you get out of here. Before we get out of here, because I gotta get out of here too. We got about 60 more minutes. Go to the national championship game tonight, Joe. Who do you got?
Yeah.
Alabama versus Georgia. I broke down all the stats, told you some players to look out for earlier in the first 30 minutes. Who you got?
This is such a hard decision because I believe in Georgia's defense. But from a quarterback standpoint, I gotta believe in the Heisman winner. It's gonna be a tough game. I don't want to go against Nick Saban. I actually am rooting for Georgia. But if I'm a betting man, because is it +3 today? Is it +3?
It's +3. But this morning when I checked, it was +3. It changes throughout the day, especially on the day of.
Somebody gonna mess around, have Omicron, and they're gonna find out at 5:00.
Yeah.
Bet man, I gotta go with
Jameson Williams out. I'm like, oh, number 1 out. That's the receiver that had 300 yards on him the first time.
Yeah, so bet man, I say Nick Saban, but I'm gonna be rooting for Georgia because Georgia don't never get nothing, even though they're like the most racist town in America. Shout out to Athens, Georgia.
We got some more picks. First game, AFC on NBC. You can watch it on Peacock or Universal. Las Vegas Raiders versus at Cincinnati.
I got a good friend named Man Ray, so I gotta go with Burrow to get to the second round.
New England at Buffalo on CBS or Paramount, 8:15 Eastern.
Man, that's another tough one because Bill Belichick knows Josh Allen. But Bill Belichick also has MAGA Mac, and he just showed us that he's still a rookie. He hasn't made very many mistakes this year, but he just showed us he was a rookie. I want Bill Belichick to get to the second round just because of that whole Tom Brady Belichick thing, and just kind of like when Shaq and Kobe split up, they want to see who could do better. I definitely want to see Bill Belichick succeed like Tom Brady is, but I'm damn. Because I'm going with Buffalo. I'm going with Buffalo. I'm a believer in their offense. I like them as a team. So I think that Bill's going to contain them a little bit, but I think MAGA Mac shows us he's a rookie.
So me and Joe 2 for 2 got the same 2 picks. All right, my upset.
Tough games, man. Tough. This is a tough weekend.
This is my upset of the week. NFC 1:00 Eastern. The number 7 Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. The only game on Fox this weekend.
I know what you're thinking. I know you have your issues with the Eagles. I mean, with Philadelphia, period. I would like for the Eagles to beat Tampa. And Mike, so at this point it's Gronk and Mike Evans, right?
Yeah, because Godwin hurt. AB just walked left.
That's gonna hurt
Burnett
Tom.
injured a little bit. I don't know if he's out, but he injured a little bit.
Do I believe in the defense enough to really fluster Hurts? I'm going to go with the more established defense with the Buccaneers. I'm going to go ahead and get Tom Brady to the second round, but it'll be close.
That's the one we diverted on. I actually picked the Eagles to do the upset. I need to upset this
I
week.
wanted to go there with you, but
all I see
think
is Michael
Hurts is
Vick
gonna be the
versus
problem.
Brett Favre back in the day. That's all I saw the whole time. I don't know why I see it, but I see it. Just Jalen Hurts
That's
just rushing for 40 yards on a touchdown to win the game. That's all I see.
yeah,
And somebody fumbling.
probably him. Oh man, his receivers are bad too. The Eagles have bad receivers, by the way.
Rika dropped the ball every week, like guaranteed.
Every week.
I've never seen a man they leave wide open on purpose and he just dropped it. It happened last night. They won against they didn't win. They lost to the Cowboys, but he was in the end with the backup. Basically, Devontae Smith was the only receiver that didn't play because they were like, y'all need work. So they put him in there with Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew hit Regal wide open because they didn't even cover him, and he just dropped it.
Hit him in the hands, and then as he's going down, he immediately starts punching the ground. I was like, yeah, that's an appropriate response.
You do this every week, though. You shouldn't even be shocked at this point. Like, if I dropped the ball that much, I'd be like, Coach, you know what it is.
Yeah.
You know better. I don't know where y'all threw me the ball. Oh, interesting game. 49ers at Dallas, CBS, Paramount, 4:30 Eastern. It's actually on Nickelodeon, Amazon Prime, too. So shout out to Amazon Prime.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, because everybody has Amazon, so that was nice of them.
Nickelodeon is a good game, but okay. It's the Slime Bowl. It's the Slime Bowl. Let's go. It's the Slime Bowl.
Oh my God, this is going to be on Nickelodeon. Like, I guess there's going to be some upset parents about that. Why ain't SpongeBob on? We don't do this.
Oh, you know they make all the colors and then they spray them, but when they score touchdown, they spray them with like fake goo. This is like
I would be so pissed if I was a professional football player playing for trying to get a Super Bowl. Y'all throw me in the Slime Bowl as a legit game. I would be so mad.
They just do it like a 3D effect. It's not really, but it's.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So it's a weird thing. I don't know if y'all ever seen it though, but it's a weird thing where, like, I saw I forgot who scored last year in the NFC, but he scored a touchdown, and like they threw like fake slime and made him like colorful.
Like, that's still gonna be on NFL film. Like when they got that dramatic music and stuff going, and they showing you how you scored that touchdown to win the game, and then you just get this graphic of slime all over you too. That'll piss me off. But I do want Dallas to keep things interesting. So I hope that that Dallas wins, but we also love when they lose. So it's a win-win for me.
So we 3 for 4. Now we got the AFC night game. The AFC night game, Sunday Night Football. Number 7 Pittsburgh Steelers at the number 2 Kansas City Chiefs on Telemundo, NBC, and Peacock.
I'm watching the Telemundo version.
They're gonna be more exciting. They're gonna be hyped.
I'm happy. That was one of the beautiful things about this weekend is that even though the Colts lost, I still get to watch. I'm getting those Kobe vibes and all that stuff from all these people. That's also why I'm kind of going with Tampa Bay too, because I want to continue to see these people, because at some point we'll never see them play football again. So I'm in the back of my mind, I'm rooting for Big Ben, but he showed us he can't throw it past 5 yards. I just saw that on Monday Night Football. But
he did get a 10 when it was ugly and it floated. He threw it like this.
Oh my God!
It went 10 yards. He got the first down though. He got the first down to win the game. It took all he had.
It took everything. Yeah. No, but like the bad thing about that whole thing is like he's starting to look like Drew Brees when he was on his way out, and his arm is just not there no more. It's sad actually to see this, but I can't go with Pittsburgh to win this, man. We got my homeboy, but it'll be nice to watch Ben go out there, and hopefully he can keep it interesting. I would like for him to go out like that, like in the playoffs, and go from there.
My problem with the Chiefs was that they get beat deep a lot, because we saw against the Cincinnati Bengals that they throw the ball to the same dude. But the problem is Ben can't throw it deep, so I think that's a domination right there. So
you can't exploit their weakness, which is if you can't throw it deep, then you can't beat them.
Yes, and then Mahomes ain't gonna. It's gonna be, to me, it's gonna be a lot. Like I said earlier, it's gonna be a lot on Najee Harris to get 200 total yards. And somebody agrees with me. They're like, "Hey, Najee Harris, I hear it."
It's definitely going to take a concerted effort from keep it close. Run the ball. You'll have to run the ball to keep it close. That's what you want to do.
Throw
in
him
this
screens
game.
and try to give him the ball as much power. And TJ Watt got to go crazy. So that's going.
TJ Watt gotta be in that backfield heavy.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's a lot to me. So I picked Kansas City, and I had to pick another road team, so I went with the Cardinals. But NFC Monday Night Football, ESPN, ABC, ESPN2, ESPN Plus, ESPN Deportes. Number 5 Arizona Cardinals at number 4 Los Angeles Rams. I had to pick my second road team because you need a road team. And my decision came Kyler Murray over Matthew Stafford. What's your thoughts, Joe? Who you pick?
Man, Matthew Stafford lately has been scaring the crap out of me. I'm not trusting Matthew Stafford like I was earlier in the season. But Kyler, he's getting a little shaky too. But Kyler's young in his career, and he'll have plenty more playoff appearances. So I'm going to go with Stafford because he's almost at the end of his career too, and he's been on. I want Matthew Stafford to see some success before he gets out the league with them Jordan cleats he be wearing every week. So I'm gonna go with LA because they are trying to buy the Super Bowl. Trust me.
We had 4 out of 6 picks. Y'all keep up with it. Let's see who right. Let's see who right. I don't think Joe's dog is happy with his picks, so I think I'm gonna win. Every time he said a pick, we disagreed. The dog said, "Rrr."
Man, that nigga needs to poop.
So, but before we get off, we finna end the show. I'm finna say my goodbye. But Klay Thompson return. How do you feel about it? Was you excited? You saw the big dunk, the crowd going crazy. Yes. He shut down Darius Garland, who was coming off an injury, by the way. Darius Garland is coming off there. He shut him down, absolutely destroyed. He was 3 for 12. With Klay was holding him most of the time. What are your thoughts on the now 23-9 Golden State Warriors getting all-star player who looked really good back?
Yeah. First of all, they calling for Klay to be considered a 3-level scorer now, so that's interesting. Shout out to Twitter. But man, he looked good. That dunk was crazy. I didn't expect it, but I'm glad he did it. And then the rich get richer. I mean, we didn't know what the Warriors. I thought they were just gonna be floating around 500 until Klay got back, especially after some of the other guys got injured, and Klay did his thing. The rich just got richer. Like Klay is a new luxury that they have. So, especially when you get nice with. And they still got a great record. And Steph Curry's been like 3 for 25 since like 2021, since he broke the record. Like he's not been shooting well. So it's nice to have Klay. Mm-hmm.
They still win.
And they still win.
And their defense got better when Klay came back, and their defense was already top notch. So it's gonna be a crazy season.
Draymond didn't play in that game either. He started and then had to sit on the bench. And for Klay to just come out there and do what he did, we here for Afro Klay.
And Darius Garland, before they were the 4th seed before he got injured or sick. I don't know which one it was, but they were the 4th seed. So now they are a 6th seed. But Darius Garland is a real good player. And Klay, the number of them, they only had 82 points. So. And the Cleveland a really good team this year. It's a young team, but really good.
Kevin Love sighting, that was pretty funny. He was just launching threes. I was like, what's gotten into you? Because he had his little depression stuff going on, but he said this year he's actually having fun playing with these kids. So we'll keep an eye on Kevin Love.
We'll keep an eye on that Kevin Love. See how the Cavs doing. They can keep it up. Atlanta's disappointment this year. They're looking to trade John Collins for Ben Simmons. We'll talk more about that next week. Because we have more time to talk about This episode been mostly football. All right, we trying to add a little basketball into it. Joe will probably be on every week around this time, 12:30.
Yeah, Lord willing.
Yeah, so
if I don't have meetings, that's what held me up today. So
yeah, so if Joe don't have meetings, it'll be around 12:30. He'll be on. He'll join me. We'll have Von Blue talking about some boxing. There were boxing news come on. We have some more people joining and doing, calling in and doing stuff. So it's gonna be a fun time. We're going to enjoy the time. I hope you had a good Monday. Joe, you had a good Monday?
I literally went to a meeting with my CEO, like just like this. So yes, I'm having a wonderful Monday.
I hope y'all having a wonderful Monday. Hope y'all having an amazing Monday. Hope y'all having a good fun time. You know what I'm saying? We about to get out of here. Joe, any thoughts on the coaches before we got here? The coaches hired Brian Flores, warm up Vic. I'm like, why are these coaches getting fired and Joe Judge not? I still don't understand.
Vic, from Denver, he did the best he could with what he had.
Drew Lock.
And Teddy Bridgewater won't stay healthy, and he won't throw it further than 12 yards. And I mean, but Brian Flores was the biggest surprise. You go 8-1 down the stretch, and you beat Bill Belichick. That's just like what it takes for Michigan to keep your job. You have to beat Ohio State. So in the AFC East, you have to beat Bill Belichick. And I just thought it was bizarre.
8-1 down the stretch, by the way. Won like
8-1 down the stretch.
Won like 8 straight games. Basically, if they said could have made the playoffs, they were right there. If they get that.
They were literally right there.
And I don't understand it. It's like, and Joe Judge keeps his job. It's very awkward. But we know how the game play. Let's be honest. I know some people gonna be mad, but we know how it is. They've been trying to get rid of Mike Tomlin fired for years, but he just keep making the playoffs.
He's not going anywhere until he wants to leave, or unless he has like 3 losing seasons in a row. It's a wrap. But I'll tell you what, I would love to see Flores go up the road and go to Jacksonville. I would love to see him at Jacksonville. And what's another good? I don't want to see him with Denver because it's just the weapons aren't there, but the defense is there. That's what he would be used to. But I need him to get a head coaching job like yesterday.
Well, I love him. I would actually love him in Denver. It's just they got to find a quarterback. Because
that's a hard thing to do.
Because people forget they got Jerry Jeudy and Sutton. That is a nice receiver lineup. So
yep.
So just as long as not Drew Lock, bro. Just can't have Drew Lock running around.
The bad thing about him, he's just like, he's the most all right quarterback I've ever seen, and he just does dumb stuff. Like he relieved Teddy Bridgewater a couple weeks ago and drove him all the way to the goal line, and then dude just took the ball out of his hand, just straight up punked him for the ball. I was like, see.
And brother, he played well, and then all of a sudden he just randomly just started throwing picks in Kansas City, and I'm like, why?
Oh, and I didn't love the Zimmer firing, but I guess it was time for a change. That's not his fault either, man. Like you work with Kirk Cousins, you do the best with what you got, and they paid that man $63 million guaranteed to be middle of the road.
Joe, tell them a little bit about yourself. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them about the Twitch, the YouTube. They can find us on the Overall 99 Media channel. Link in the description for me, Linktree.
You know the deal. Unico Williams. You can go to my website, UnicoWilliams.com. All the links there to all my stuff is there. Instagram, all my socials, Twitch. We are currently streaming Lego Villains. It's the most competitive and annoying game I've ever played, but it's kind of cute. But over it, I'm ready to jump into some fun games. But Unico Williams on Twitch, and do you hear me with Unico Williams? And also, you can go to my personal page for clips of the full episodes that I put on Overall 99. So a couple of pages to watch out for, and you know, we're just trying to drop something for you every day. We just want to give you a little something. Feel me?
Yeah, and on this channel, I'm gonna drop more news things when it came out. On the Overall 99 channel, I'm gonna drop some more stuff. I'm just trying to finish some shows we're working on. I got a show coming out on the 31st. I'm keeping 99 coming back soon. It's gonna be live, so we're gonna keep that. I'm gotta call Jay and some more people in the show gonna be on there, so we're gonna We'll try to get a scenario. I'm looking for one more person. We're gonna try to find one more to fit it, and then we're gonna have this amazing show. And then we got C News we gotta work on. I'm trying to work on a betting channel. We're gonna see how that go. We're gonna see how that one goes. And then we got at the end of the month, we gonna quote name it politically incorrect. Me and the work. We about to have a good time. We ain't here for a long time. I love y'all. Remember to like and subscribe. Link tree below. All the channels, all my personal channels. I do Zell Reacts. I'm gonna start reacting to more things that y'all like. TikTok compilations and whatever. Try not to cringe. Joe might join me for some on the content channel. If it's me and Joe, it's gonna be on the content channel. February 22nd. Look out for something that day. And that's it. I appreciate y'all for watching. This is Monday Morning Quarterback on the Overall 99 Sports channel. I love y'all. Peace. There you go.